And welcome to another challenging approach episode. Today's approach is into the world's southernmost capital city. This is New Zealand's windy Wellington International Airport. What makes this airport challenging isn't so much the airport, but rather the strong winds that frequent the area. The reason it gets so windy out here and so frequently is because of the mountains that funnel the surface winds down the narrow Cook Strait where we find this airport. Without further ado, let's jump into the cockpit. Alright, down through the clouds we go. Check, we do have the seatbelt signs on. See just how choppy it is at the moment with the weather, which is not great at all. So I'm showing up to 60 knots of wind at the moment. I do think it'll come down as we get closer to the surface. However, we're still expecting probably about 25 to 30 knots at surface level for runway 34. We can see the localizer there. I might now go ahead and arm the localizer. Might go flaps 1, so speed is checked and we'll go flaps. Whoop, flaps 1, not 2. Flaps 1 set. See, the localizer's been captured. See just how windy it is down there at the moment. Still can't see the glide slope, but that's fine because it's probably just above us at the moment. By Ugma, we can expect to be about somewhere between 3,400 and 3,000 feet. The missed approach altitude should be 3,000 feet, so we should be able to intercept at 3,000, and I'll just arm the approach mode and that'll get us through. Once we kind of get established, and I've got visual of the runway, obviously we're in cloud at the moment, I'll disengage the autopilot and fly this in manually. See that at the moment the autopilot is struggling a little bit, which will fundamentally mean that I'll be struggling a little bit too. But that's why we're doing a series on challenging approaches, to make it a bit of fun. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and arm the approach mode. Light slope is armed. And glide slope is active. And we're starting to descend. Good thing is, missed approach altitude is 3,000, so I can leave that at 3,000. Right, might go gear down and select flaps 2 in preparation of landing. So speed is checked and flaps 2. Still no visual with runway. I'm starting to see just the wind below on the ocean there. Landing gear 3 green. Alright, get in preparation for landing, so arm the spoilers, speed checked flaps 3, which will be our final landing. Flap setting, ECAM actions, landing gear is down, 3 green, signs are on, cabin is ready, spoilers are armed, flaps, we're going config 3 for today. We've got config 3 selected. It's just this little bit of rain cloud ahead of us, and then we'll go ahead and disengage the autopilot. Alright, I think I've got enough of a visual reference there, so I'm going to go ahead and take control. flight director and the ILS indication there to keep the descent profile on path. A little bit low. Correcting. Climbed for just a second here. Whoops.
1,000.
Getting a little bit low. Like the display itself is actually lagging a little bit behind where I've got the visual reference, so I'm going to focus on the runway a bit more, a little bit high again. Just going to
500.
bring that back down.
Hundred above.
Checked.
Minimum.
Continue. Only just sinking again. Then up. Bring that back down. Whoa.
Sink rate.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 10,
Retarded.
5.
There we go. Gear down. Spoilers, reverses green, decel. Right, 60 knots. Gonna disengage reverse thrust there. And continue the rollout. That was a bit of a fun landing. Definitely became a little bit unstabilised towards the end there, but overall the landing seemed fairly good, at least from the cockpit, so we'll watch the replay. Okay. Well, welcome to Wellington, New Zealand. Hope you enjoyed that landing. And if you want to look for other episodes, I've also done one on Queenstown recently, and hoping to do a few more around the world at some the other challenging airports.